Okay, I think we're live, if I'm correct. Give me a second. Okay, perfect. Let me just make sure that we are live so that I can... Hold on, guys. I know that maybe nobody's watching this at first, but... Hold on. Okay. Okay, I think we are live. Okay, so this live stream is about law of sines. Okay, so here, we're gonna look at some problems in this live stream from Khan Academy because I feel like it's really important, especially for those of you that are in trigonometry or in geometry. I don't know if y'all do this in geometry, but if you do this in geometry, well, that's good as well. And I think I put law of sines, did I? I put law of sines, right? Yes. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do law of sines. We're not gonna do law of cosines yet because law of cosines is a whole nother topic. So I don't know if I should do the proof of law of sines because I think it's a pretty lengthy one if I'm correct. But let me just turn this down. Okay, so I know that probably nobody's watching this. If anybody does watch this, thank you. And so we are going to do a few problems here. The reason why I'm doing a live stream instead of an actual video is because I really don't want to have to, edit and do all this other stuff, and so I kind of want this to be a kind of like a way to kind of just be able to see all the problems that I do in this video, because basically I know that for me at least recording is a lot more different than if I actually do live stream. So we are just going to be focusing on some problems here. So let's just get started. This first one here says find the measure of angle B. So if we kind of make a copy of, and this doesn't have to be perfect, but kind of like that, and we go ahead and put this here, so, and basically it's saying that we have a side length, so a side length of 6, and then we have another side length of 11, 11, and then we also have an angle of 115 degrees, and it's A, B, and C, and it wants us to find angle B. So we want to know exactly what this angle is all about. We want to know what this angle is. We're looking for this blue angle here. Okay. So we have to use the law of sines. Now the law of sines, if you don't know your formula, it can be two things. So law of sines can be sine of A over A, which equals sine of B over B, which equals sine of C over C, okay? And so, so here we have to, and this is one formula, by the way. The next formula is A over sine of A, which equals B over sine of B, which equals C over sine of C. At least I think that's another formula that we could use. And so I'm gonna try to do them in both ways to see if what I get is actually true. So basically, if I research law of sines here, let's see here, hold on. Okay, yeah, so we can use it both ways. So we can use either one of these ways. My favorite way, actually, honestly, you can use either one of these, but mine is, the way I like to do it is this one here. And let me use a different color because that one's too dark. I like doing it this way. Okay. And I'm not using this anymore because, I mean, it's not bad, it's just, I want to make it look more realistic when I write. So, that's why I'm using the pencil thingy instead of the pen. But yes, this is the way I like to do it. I'll do it both ways for this first problem, and then I'll do it however I would want to do it. Or maybe I should do it both ways for every problem. Just so you guys can see that they all have the same, like in both ways you can have the same answer. So this one is asking for this angle, right? So we have to say, and this is, I think, in the they want it in degree mode. Okay, so they want to make sure it's in degree mode, okay? So, here we can say sine of 115 degrees over over 11 equals, and we can say sine of angle B over B over, because this one's B, basically. This one's B. This one is A. Basically, it goes like this. It goes like this. Okay? That's what you need to know. So, for example, the capital letter here corresponds to the lowercase letter here. So, like, the big B corresponds to the little b, and the big A corresponds to the little a, and then the angle C corresponds to the little c over here, which is this one. Most of the time when they give you these, they don't really want you to how do I say it? Like, they don't want you, they're not going to ask you for a side. If they do, then you can go ahead and do it. But when I was in high school and when I did these, I had to solve a triangle. So like they would say solve the triangle if you're like missing an angle or if you're missing something else. So like you would have to find, for example, like this one. If this were a problem that were given to me, they would say to solve the entire triangle, like solve for all the sides and angles. But since this one's not asking for that, I'll just go ahead and do the angle B. So so we have sine of B over 6. So then what we do now is we cross multiply. So that means that we do this. So basically that rule that says A over B equals C over D. So you say AD equals BC. Just like how I did it in algebra, in an algebra video a few days ago. So you're going to say 6 sine of 115 degrees equals 11 sine of B. And so what you're going to do is you're going to divide both sides by 11. And you're going to take the inverse. And one thing that I want to mention to you guys is do not, so basically you have this and this is equal to sine of B. But one thing that I want to remind you guys, or that I want to make sure that you guys actually do, it's big B, is that here, when you do 6 sine of 115 degrees, you have to like try not to simplify this yet, this part here, the one that's the 6 sine of 115 over 11, because doing that is going to give you like a weird decimal, and then you're not going to estimate it right, and you know it's going to be. So what I would do if I were you, I would just do everything, like leave everything in terms of sine, and then not sine of sine, but leave everything in terms of sine, and then simplify it at the very, very end. So this one, okay, so I'm trying to think what this one would be. Six sine of 115 equals 11. Oh, it was, hold on. 6 sine of 115 equals 11 sine of B. Okay. So then 6 sine of 115 over 11 equals sine of B, sine inverse of 6 sine of 115 over 11. Oh, okay, so yeah, so now that you have this, don't cancel out your signs yet. What you're gonna do is you're going to just enter sine inverse. Just enter it exactly how it looks. Put sine inverse, and we can do this on here too if it really helps. Give me a second, guys. Let me take this out. Hold on. Oh shit, my thing isn't on. Okay. So, okay, so let me actually, hold on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness. I am going to, I'm just trying to see how I can actually take a screenshot of, hold on, guys. Let me turn back on my camera because I don't, there we go. Okay. Okay, this is the best way I could do it. So we are looking at this one. Okay, so let me see. Let me see here if I can. So I'm just gonna go ahead and redraw the triangle myself, so I can redraw it as best I can. Oh, and I put, oh. Okay, it doesn't want to draw. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna draw it like that, and so we have, it doesn't have to be perfect like I said. Can do 42 degrees Y and 31 degrees. And here we have X, our side X, and then we have 11, and we want to solve for X and Y, okay? And so, using the law of sines, okay? And so, we would say, sine of 31 over 7 equals sine of, oh wait, actually, I'm kidding. We would say, so number 1, you want to solve for your angle y. That's pretty easy because we already have our two angles, so we would say 31, and remember that the the degrees for any triangle add up to 180 degrees, okay? And so we would say 31 degrees plus 42 degrees plus y degrees equals 180. So then we say 73 degrees plus y equals 180 degrees. And then we say minus 73, say 107 degrees equals y. So we solved for our y. And now we want to solve for our x by doing the law of sines. So we would say, so now that we have our y degrees, we can say that this is 107 degrees. And we can solve for x by doing the law of sines. So law of sines would be, so again, it would be sine of a over a, or rather, I mean, at this point, you can just understand, it would be like sine of theta over side theta, or something like that, you know. Basically, it's kind of, you know, you take the sine of your angle and you divide it by the corresponding side. That's how I do it. So sine of 31, for example, would be sine of 31 over 7 equals sine of 107 over x. So then we would say x sine of 31 equals 7 sine of 107. Okay. So this is, we then divide it by sine of 31, and we want it in, I don't know what it said it wanted it in. Let me see, hold on. Okay, well, it doesn't say where, it doesn't say what they would want it in, like in degrees or radians. I'm guessing it's degrees because the law of sines, when we would do the sine of something, it would be in degree mode. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, I think it's in degree mode. So this one would be, so if we enter this in our calculator, say 7 sine of 107 over sine of 31. That'll be let me just see if I can if there's any answer sheet for this. Okay, so it wants it, I guess it wants it in the nearest, let me see, and it wants it in the nearest, if I'm looking correctly, round to the nearest hundredth. So the nearest hundredth is 13, so it would be 13.00. So x would be 13.00. And then, so that's how it would be. And then, so I think I'm gonna just do one more for this live stream because I don't want to make it too long either. If we look at one more, so let's see here. And like I said, we're not doing law of cosines for this, we're just doing law of sines. Because the law, I mean, I want to do a, I want to do the law of sines. I just want to do the law of sines. I don't want to do the law of cosines yet. Let me see if I can. I'm thinking you can also do law of sines with these other ones, because it doesn't tell you, but or I think it's only if it gives you two angles, if I'm correct. So we can do number 8. I'm gonna just do number 8, and then I think that'll be it for this live stream, because I really don't want to make it too long. But we can say sine of 38 over, so we have, if we just make the triangle, okay, this is 38 degrees, right? Then this one is x, so this one's x, and then this one is 43 degrees, okay? And then what else? This one is 8.2, so 8.2, okay? So we're gonna do the law of sines. This is, we can do, since they're not labeled, you can say this is A, this is B, this is C, okay? And we can say that sine 43 degrees over x equals sine of 38 degrees, oops, over (8.2), okay? And so it would be, we would do cross multiplication. It would be 8.2 sine of 43 degrees over, or I mean, not over, excuse me, equals x sine of 38 degrees. And then we can divide both sides by a sine of 38 degrees. And this cancels out. So we can then do, 8.2 sine of 43 degrees. Um, 8.2 sine of 43 degrees divided by sine of 38, excuse me. And it's in degree mode. So x would be approximately 9.08. Okay. And this is not degrees, this is just units. We can say units for this since it doesn't really have units. Okay. And I know it's not, I mean, I can, hold on. Okay, there we go. And then we can solve for angle B. So now that we have x, or x is 9.08 units, we can solve for angle B. Angle B is pretty easy to solve for, actually. That's why, I mean, you can always do it first. You don't have to do it last, but it's the easiest part. Sine of B. Angle B is equal to, basically you say 43 plus 38 plus angle B equals 180. So then you get 181 plus angle B equals 180. So then, or actually, let me see. Oh, my bad. What's 43 plus 38? 81, excuse me. This is 81, not 181. 81 plus angle B equals 180. Okay, so then you would subtract 81 on both sides. And you get 99 degrees is equal to angle B. So angle B equals 99 degrees. And that would be your answer for that one. And so, yeah, so that is how you do the law of sines, you guys. This took me about 49 minutes. Hopefully it's not too bad. And so I hope that a lot of you, or for those of you who do view this, you actually benefit from it, because I know there are people that were taking or that will be taking Trig, or if you're in high school and you're taking Trig, you would benefit a lot from this. So I hope that this helps. I hope that everybody benefits from this, as many people as possible. And if you guys have any questions for me, please do let me know in the comments below, or like, you know, you can always comment in one of my videos and I'll probably read it. And you know, and also check out my other videos, because I do have a lot of videos on trigonometry. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope everybody benefits from this. And so